Okay, so at the end of the last season, Julia's off with the Beast. I know you're not allowed to say anything because we asked before and nobody's allowed to say anything. What can you say? Like, you're off with the Beast, you're learning from someone who can kill gods. What is that?
That continues, and you get to see that for a little bit, and it's got really comedic moments in it, believe it or not. It's hilarious at times, but it's great. You get to see this ridiculous duo sort of team up with each other and go on this journey, and that's she learns a thing or two from him. I'll say that she might actually attain some of what he has. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
Obviously, the big thing that ties Julie and the Beast together is that they're both sexual assault survivors, and that's a really heated topic in television right now with different shows doing it different ways. How does that connection between the two and how does their position as sexual assault survivors sort of continue on through the show? How is that represented?
It's interesting because it's not really spoken about. In SyFy, just at the previous table I said this, good science fiction is when you are able to mask real problems with fantastical situations, and so I think that John and Sarah and our writers, they do a great job of doing that in this season, and Lev as well. And so you see these two, survivors and victims that went through these grotesque, vile, disgusting, they were stripped away of their humanity essentially. And he's become a beast because of it, right? And so you see these two people who have gone through the same trauma connect, and it's not necessarily talked about. It's more shown, and you see it in a through line throughout it. And they leave it up to you to sort of like bring that element to it. It's not just spoon-fed to you. It's not like flat-out disgust. It's almost like an undercurrent, and it exists. And I think that's like the best way to call it. But they are both. I think it's about when something is taken from you that's so sacred, how to deal with that, and sort of like finding your way back to yourself.
I saw that.
I push it under the table.
We're going to do one last question.
But finding your way back to yourself. She's trying on a journey of self-discovery.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, it's totally fine. No, as long as you didn't get.
No, I'm good.
It's fine.
So Kady went away during Julia's assault by Reynard. So where's Kady? Like what?
Well, I can't reveal specifically where she is, but she is in a very dark place. I'll say that, and I think she's just guilt-ridden and feels awful about both having witnessed this experience, but not having done anything really about it. And so you find her in a very dark place, and you see sort of the journey out of it, so to speak, but through that dark experience, and you see that with Julia.
She blames herself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does Kady think Julia's dead?
And that's the other thing. I don't know if she's dead or not. I have no idea where she is. I don't know what's happened, and I think she's also still dealing with sort of the death of her mother and the separation of parents.
It was a rough year.
Yeah, it was a rough year. It was a tough one, and so I think it's really beautiful to see very interesting to see the journey with Kady and Julia and what that entails, and how in this weird way they support one another in having those experiences.
It's like these two really tough, independent women who have had not the easiest, Kady longer than Julia had it easy at the beginning of her life, and then like over the last year. And they find each other, and they help each other, and they're thrown these crazy tasks. In season 2, we get slammed with so many missions, and we're there with each other. And it's nice to see that female like empowerment and support, and sort of like driving the ship together.
And I think that's what bonds them too in its way, is that they both had these super awesome experiences.
It doesn't seem like they have a lot of other friends.
No. They may actually become friends this season. Maybe. So yeah.
I might not steal you ladies.